Very happy that you're here. Barbara Stein, who runs the Actors Playhouse, was under the weather, so she couldn't join us today. She sends her apologies. I do want to thank Barbara because she called the NBA and made sure the Heat played before this movie. So it worked out really well. This is part of the great Movie Ride film series that my family and I are sponsoring. Does anybody know where I got the inspiration for the name Great Movie Ride? Anybody? Yes? Hollywood Studios, that's right. One of the rides that had all the old movies going back to the 20s and 30s, that was called Great Movie Ride. We have Avengers Endgame today, then Back to the Future, August 13th, and in November we're going to show Rocky. And I didn't know that Barbara had already posted it on the screen at some point, but next year we already have our slate of movies, which starts with E.T., then it goes to Iron Man, then in the summer of next year, Jaws, because that's a summer movie. And then we end up in 2024 with a movie which isn't PG, it's a little bit harsher, but it's called The Godfather. And that's a classic as well. I'm gonna get to the point, so raise your hand if you've seen the Avenger movies at some point, which I think is a lot of people. Tells you a lot. And there's a good reason for that, because Avengers Endgame made $2.78 billion worldwide. It's the second highest grossing movie of all time. It's a culmination, this movie is a culmination of 10 Marvel movies that all come together for this one grand finale. Does anybody know what the name of the first Marvel movie was in 2008?
Iron Man.
All right, I like that. You're right, and I'm pretty sure I saw your hand, so you too, but yes, Iron Man. Just to give you the plot for those who don't know, and half the population of the Earth has disappeared, along with most of the Avengers, with a snap of a finger of a bad guy named Thanos. Thanos is a powerful being from another part of the universe, looking for balance in the universe. He thinks we're overpopulated. I tend to disagree, but he wants to bring balance. I don't know if Thanos is his first name or his last name, or it's just like Madonna, it's just one name, but it's Thanos. He's collected Infinity Stones, which are not the same thing as the Rolling Stones, which some of you actually know who they are. There you go. All right, you got the tattoo and everything. That's good. There's 6 Infinity Stones. And they are, and I know some of you already know this, but time, space, reality, mind, power, and soul. And whoever collects all the stones basically has unlimited power. And what Thanos did basically was collect them all, and using their power, with a snap of a finger, half the population of the Earth just vanished into dust. Which is not a good thing unless you're looking for parking on Miracle Mile. It makes it a little bit easier. Bring out some characters. Anybody know the name in the movie Iron Man, and in real life, what, besides the actor, the character? Tony Stark, that's right. So Tony Stark is a genius, but he has a huge ego and is self-centered, very selfish, which probably means he lived in South Florida at some point. Captain America, what's the name? Yes. Chris Evans is the actor, exactly right. And what's his character name in the movie? Young kids over there. I like these kids. You're good, and you're together. You should be on a game show. Steve Rogers. He fought in World War II, a superhero, but then he was frozen, if I'm not mistaken, and he reawoke in modern times. And the key with Captain America is that back in World War II, back in the 40s, he left the love of his life behind. So that's important to know. Wanda Maximoff, magical powers. Thanos killed the love of her life. This movie has a lot of loves of your life involved. You'd be surprised. Captain Marvel, the most powerful superhero. She is in the universe somewhere fighting evil. And meanwhile, the Earth is on the brink of extinction. She starts with long hair in her movie, and it has short hair in this movie, which basically tells you that there are supercuts everywhere in the universe. Then Nick Fury. Nick Fury is the organizer, mentor of the Avengers. Right when he disappeared with half the population, he sent an emergency signal out in space, which was like the panic button, because there was something in space that he knew was the only hope they had to stop what was happening to all of them. And the last one that I'll discuss, Thor, which I think most of the women in this audience really like. There you go. He has the power of a god. He carries a big hammer into battle, but it broke in the preceding movie. His hammer broke. Now he has a hammer/axe, which is even more powerful, called the Stormbreaker. But only Thor can use them, because they respond only to people who are pure of heart, selfless, and are worthy of lifting and using